Join me in the Mindfulness School for 200-hour yoga teacher training. It's a hybrid format, so 1 month of it is online to get the basics and the foundations, and then we meet in Bali for 2 weeks to really embody the practice and to learn to speak it and to breathe and move other bodies. So if you're interested, click the link in the bio. Would love to explore with you. Good morning. Welcome to your practice. I was listening to a Dharma talk the other day, and the teacher was speaking about this man who was a very dedicated meditation practitioner. And he had a really like a Zen apartment, very meticulously, curated, very peaceful in New York City. So he had made this really special space for him. Yet, whenever he left his apartment, there was a sign above the doorway and it said meditation hall as he walked out. And what a beautiful reminder that the practice is not in the space where we've curated this peaceful place with all the distractions gone and the people we don't want there and the sound is just right and the temperature is just right. That's all grand, but that's really not. The deeper practice is in relationship. It's in dynamic, and dynamic is out. Now, can you imagine then walking out, this was in New York City, so into the cacophony of New York City, that's the practice. So what a beautiful reminder that's the practice. It's messy. It's messy and it's challenging and it's sweet. And it is there to throw us off balance because the practice is within all the variables of life and we cannot control the variables. But when we practice on our mat, we practice sitting with our emotions as they appear. We practice meeting our body as it is and how it changes every day. We do practice that on our mat. But can we bring that same attention and curiosity and care and compassion whenever we are out in the world? It's not easy. But we practice here by ourselves when it's easier so that we've set that pattern to remember how to, maneuver through life when we're out in the world in the same way. So we're threading patterns here. We're pattern making, familiarizing. Yes. So today, moving slowly with care, meeting the body as it is. And we use the poses here we're not trying to get our body into the poses. We're using the poses to explore the body. So keep that in mind. Close your eyes down or let them be heavy. And breathe wide into your beautiful body. Just as it is. So often in life, we're just trying to change it a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, or something's not just quite right, or if only it was more of or less of. Maybe any of that, some of that feels familiar. But to practice just as it is, kind of radical. How is your breath without managing it? Just as it is. And when you inhale, know that you're inhaling. Be aware. Watch. And when you exhale, know that you're exhaling. And one internal om, internal hum, big inhale. Hands to heart center, maybe setting an intention. Maybe even a namaste to yourself. Seeing yourself, recognizing yourself. That's really what this means. I see you. And what if we brought that inwards? Can we see the parts of us that we're bringing that are alive right here, just as it is, without the need to shift or change? Let the hands float behind the back. Unwind the legs, plant the feet down on the ground. We're going to windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then we begin to get the upper body involved here too. So go all the way to one side and then let the opposite arm kind of swoosh around and to the other side. Kind of slicing through the air. No alignment here. I'm just practicing moving and breathing the body and seeing what shows up. All right, altar pose. Feet plant. Shoulders roll back. Heart puffs up. Press down. Lift up. And slowly let the hips go down. Again, roll the shoulders back. Heart center forward. Press down. Lift up. Squeeze the glutes. This time lift the left leg up. Hold it up for a moment. And then bend the knee. Ankle over right knee, sit the hips back. Pigeon pose, seated pigeon. So you can choose where you want to be here. Where the right foot is going to intensify it or not. And then also how close you press the shin to the heart will intensify. Steady breath. What's here? Without needing to get somewhere, what's already here. All right, slowly we're gonna rock the architecture to the right. So the left sole of the foot's gonna come all the way down and you'll end up in a little seat, in a seated twist here. Maybe both sit bones come to the earth. Heart open, shoulders back. Crown long. And then unwind back into seated pigeon. Press down, lift up into altar pose. Lift the leg back up and down. Let's keep the hips up. Lift the right leg up. Stay here a couple beats. And then ankle comes down, hips come down. Seated pigeon. Choose where you'd like to be here. Lots of variables to play with. Where the hands are, where the legs are, and how much you expand the chest towards the shin. Where's the sustainable exploration here? Somewhere where it's interesting but not edgy. Fullness of the breath is possible. And curiosity is possible. All right, seated twist. So rock over to the left. Both sit bones on the ground, kind of rearrange your pieces. Take a twist. Can you incrementally open the heart just a little bit more here? Broaden the collarbones just a little bit more. And release, rock back into reclined or seated pigeon. Push down, lift up, altar, leg lifts. And bring it back down, hips come down. Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Inhale, open the heart, get long. And then pour forward. And let's ripple the spine here. So as you come up, it's like a string's attached to the back of the heart as you lift. And then the heart pulls you down, throat open as you come forward. Chin to chest as you come up, around. And then lengthen the heart. Pour down. A couple more times. All right, right leg long. And we'll get like a wide Janu Shirshasana here. Left foot in. Reach over, big reach over towards the right foot. And then the heart's gonna pour down and swoosh over to the left. Left hand plants, peel up Stargazer. And we'll go in between these two. Move as quickly or as slowly as you like. Getting into both side bodies, lateral opening. It's my fave. And then come all the way up. Switch sides. When you're ready, find some flow here. And simple moving and breathing, meeting your body, meeting your breath as it is. Sometimes we're trying to shift and explore with certain techniques, but right now it's just being with. We likely all need a little bit more of that practice. And come back to center. Moving into tabletop. Tabletop position. And bring the knees a little bit wider and the hands a little bit wider so you're all the way to the edges of the mat. Walk the hands a little bit more forward and just take some big kind of spirals here. Any way you'd like it. And then walk the hands forward, melt the heart down, puppy pose. About 5 rounds of breath. Hips over the knees, heart melting down. Bring the toes to touch and slowly the hips can go back to the heels, wide leg. Child's pose, wide knee, child's pose. And the hands plant under the shoulders, rolling up into a seat. And take some spinal spirals. Waking up the body, seeing what's here. Twisting to the right. Left arm lifts exalted, so you're getting an arc in the back. And then swoosh down, come to the other side. Dancing camel. You can send the hips forward and lift if you'd like, or not, your choice. It can be small, it can be soft, or it can be big. And then coming into downward facing dog, finding your way. And again, let's keep the feet and the hands really wide and make your stance a little bit shorter. We'll take a little twist here. Right hand to the left ankle or the shin, and pull through. Gaze under the left armpit. And the other side. Walk the hands back to the feet, turn the heels in and the toes out, Malasana squat. Press into the hands as the elbows press out at the knees. Steady breath. Let's move in between here and forward fold. So slowly the hands plant, toes turn forward and pour forward, knees are still bent. Move like you between these two. Slowly roll up to standing. Very, very slowly, drippy, upward drip. And a little shake when you get there. I like to take some sharp exhales out the mouth. All right, tree pose. We're going to walk towards the top of the mat, but very slowly through poses. Let's take the weight into the left foot and take the weight into the right foot, bring left foot up, tree pose. 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙚 mudra, all fingers touching, palms wide. And suction through the palms. And bringing all the parts together, this mudra symbolizing all the parts together, all the different pieces of self. One more big inhale. And take a step forward, halfway up the mat. This time, eagle pose, right leg wraps around. You can keep 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙚 mudra here, or maybe take Kali mudra, kind of like Charlie's Angels mudra, above the head. Steady breath, squeeze everything in, but pull apart at the hands if you have the mudra. And then slowly unwind right foot towards the top of the mat. Bring the hands in Vajra Pradama, which is Universal Trust Mudra. Bring them to the heart, and then pour forward heart into the hands, airplane. You can have the standing leg as bent as you'd like. You can also bring the hands to the ground if you'd rather. One more big inhale. And exhale, bring the left leg off the side of the mat, take side dancer. Big opening here. And exhale, left foot meets the right, Tadasana. Feet are spread. Take another little shake here. And pour forward. A couple ripples of the spine. And step back, downward facing dog. Let's take a little vinyasa here. Inhale, wave it forward. Find your way all the way down to the earth, however you want to get there. And then 3 incremental cobras. So the first one's really small on an inhale and pour forward. Twice more like that, growing it. Any variation. Once more. Find your way. Downward facing dog. Wide downward facing dog. Hands to the edges of the mat. Bend the knees a little bit. And then take another twist. Right hand to the left leg or ankle. Switching sides. Release. And then walk the hands back to the feet, Malasana squat. Lengthen the crown of the head up as the scapula drip down towards the tail. Tail drips down towards the earth. And then a few times between here and forward fold. Move like you. Slowly roll up. And take a shake on the way up or whenever you get up, your choice. Maybe it's itty bitty quiver, or maybe it's quite a big vibration. And then put the weight into the left foot, tree pose. Really push into the pinky toe edge side of the foot. Helps to create some external rotation. 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙚 𝙀𝙪 with the hands, bringing all the pieces together, welcoming it all. Slow step up the mat, eagle pose. Maybe you swap into Kali Mudra. Still threading breath through. Still pose, but a moving breath. Slowly unwind. Universal Trust Mudra, hands to the heart, and then the heart pours into the hands as you move into airplane. Bend in the standing leg, pull back on the left hip crease, and pull up on the right inner hip crease, like there's a thread there attached to the sky. Slowly, the right foot steps behind the left. Side dancer here, big right side opening. And Tadasana. One more shake, and maybe that shake actually just turns into a swerve here. Maybe walk up and down the mat. Wagging the hips, moving the arms. No alignment. Moving with breath. And come into stillness. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Feel your feet. Press down into the earth and lift through the arches. So both things are happening. Both and. Just a remembrance that the work, all the practice that we have, all the work that we do for ourselves, it's not meant to stay here. It's meant to extend out. And whether we think we're extending it or not, it is. Because we are relational beings and we live in a world, and what we do has effect whether we know it or not. So the skillful method is to practice having a skillful effect. And allowing that our engagement in the world is a benefit. So maybe taking a moment to set an intention that the ripples and the actions that we create in the world, that we do in the world, that our actions be of benefit, that our practices be of benefit, that our life be of benefit. That we can step out into the meditation hall of life and, create some goodness. Thank yourself for your practice. And thank you for letting me be part of your practice. I'll leave you right here to go into your day. Thank you, 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙚. Namaste. If you're enjoying these classes, then I want to invite you to my membership service, CCY Studio. This is where we get to explore with longer classes, full-length classes, and we get to investigate not only more into the physical body and longer shavasanas, but also yogic and Buddhist philosophy and more time to marinate and percolate with all of it. Also just putting up a new asana library, and this has about 10 of the core poses and really intricate ways and investigations to put it not only in your body, but also some teaching tips. So if you're a teacher, this is really valuable as well. So if you're interested, you get a 14-day free trial. You can cancel at any time, and I just encourage you to check it out. I think that it's a beautiful place to go a little bit deeper. So I hope to see you over there. You can find more details in the links below.